Hello Grease Monkeys, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. So we got some new daily races in today. Got Laguna Seca, which is a very good looking race. I really wanna give that one a good shot tonight. I did miss the entry just there. I did notice that, but I was just talking to someone. Yeah, turn that one off. Yeah, nah. I missed the thing, but that's alright. I want to get in a couple of practice laps because it's always good to just, familiarize yourself with the game. As you can see in the top right, I haven't done any driving today, so we're fresh on the game. Might do a couple of different races tonight just so that I can try and increase my driver rating as much as possible. Because it's kind of been taking a little bit of a hit the past couple days, or past couple weeks rather, with all the races outside the manufacturer. The Manufacturer's Cup kind of tanked my driver rating there. So we almost went down to C, but we managed to stay up in B, and we're working our way back. So we've got 20 minutes until the next Dragon Trail Gardens. So I don't think we're going to get that one. This race as well is only 5 laps, but I think that's... Oh. Okay, so it's a one make race, and it's just Volkswagen Golf, the 1983 Volkswagen Golf. Interesting race. That'd actually be kind of funny, to be honest. I reckon that'd be fun. Then we got Group 4 around Dragon Trail Gardens, which is a very fun track. Only 5 laps, but it can be quite a good race nonetheless. And then, is there any type? No. Okay. But then when we come over to Laguna Seca, we have 14 laps with Group 3 cars. And it is 3 times fuel wear, rather, and 6 times tyre wear on medium tyres, with a mandatory pit stop as well. So there is strategy involved. I don't think that it would be a medium until the end of the race type deal. I believe that track would make you have to change your tyres so that you can get an advantage. It's not 20 laps long, or 14 maybe. There's only 14 laps, so I really want to give this track a go tonight, mainly because of this corner over here, which is the corkscrew, which when we go down to the track you will see soon enough what that is. But either way, I think we're gonna muck around with Dragon Trail Gardens first and see if we can wait for the timestamps to load up so that we can go from this into the Laguna Seca race. So this one is in Group 4. The car that I went with over the Manufacturer's Cup, actually, which was my most recent time around this track, was in the... Oh, it's not on this one. Well, it was a Group 3 car. An Audi R8 is what I had last race. I wonder what is in the top ranks at the moment, because there's kind of a mix of what car is good on this track, to be honest. It looks like the Atenza is pretty quick this time around. But we do have a Huracan up there. We've got an AMG. There was another Citroen up here as well. Honda NSX. It's a lot of... There's a wide mix of cars up here. Even the G70 is up here. There's a lot of Atenzas. I think the Atenza might be one of the choices for this race, but I don't think I want to do the Atenza. I think that's a little bit too basic, so I think I might give the G70 a go. That's actually kind of a good car, and similar to when I took it over Nürburgring last time, it's really good through the Flugplatz section, through the Nürburgring. And with the quadruple head Apex on Dragon Trail Gardens, I believe that could actually be a pretty good car for that corner. So I'm not really surprised to see it in the top rankings, with people being able to exploit the absolute most out of a car in a way that I am yet figuring out how to do, but giving it my best shot anyway. So we're going to go down to the track. Just going to take a quick drink of water first, as should you guys. Right. So we're going to go down to the track, just muck around for a little bit and see what we can do. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Well, this is very boaty compared to the last car I drove. Oh, I can brake well after the 100 board there. Yep. Hold on, I'm just going to pull my chair a little bit closer. Yep, there we go. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. No, definitely brake for that corner. It wasn't flat out for other corners, so I don't know why I expected it to be flat out there, but for one to know that a corner is flat out, one must first take said corner flat out. Like here. It is not flat out. We definitely have to brake. Okay, right. Got a rough idea of the track now. Okay, it doesn't want to... Is signal my handbrake on this? No. What is my handbrake on this? I don't have a handbrake on this. Okay. No problem. I can't really do a J-turn either. Nice. What an outlap. Look at that. Is our damage about to wear off then? There we go. Nice. Okay. Let's give it a proper lap then. We were doing alright until we came off at that foot flat section. Well, not bad anyway. So after the 100 board must be the not universal but generally accepted braking zone on most of these corners. Generally your braking zone on one corner will complement the one on most of them on this track. Not all, most. From what I've noticed anyway. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen over the curb. Well, on the gas just a touch too early on that first apex. I can brake later there. faster, but it was messier. I don't know how it was faster. Too much gas on the second corner. And just a little bit deep into that last corner there, but the time is being found. I'm just going to quickly leave this session because I don't want to miss the race entry. I want to actually get racing in on the stream, not just practice laps. We'll save that replay though. There was aside from that first lap, we did pick up a little bit of pace there, got a little bit faster, and found the time. That last hairpin there, or sorry, the hairpin at the end of the straight after the first chicane, I'm pretty sure that one is better if you go a little bit deep and cut back on a late apex rather than holding it on the tight apex, because then that way you get a better run down the straight towards those sweeping S's, and it's a little bit easier to. I don't know if we need brakes on those S's either. I'm still messing around with my lap. That's the thing. I'm still kind of figuring out what's the best line for this car, but that's why I'm doing laps. What am I doing? Opening my stream. That's what I'm doing. I just turned down the volume. There we go. Sweet. Hello everyone. Hey, Azaz, Aussie, how are we doing, gentlemen? How are your days going? G70 can bounce a lot on the curbs. It can, but that's why you avoid the curbs. Or, no, not avoid the curbs. On the first chicane, there is a smooth line over the sausage curbs where it's easy to mess up, especially in the wet. But I think you know what I mean. Like smashed? Hell yeah. Appreciate it. That's amazing. I always appreciate it when you do that. I mean, I don't ask for it, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just in a chill mood today. Work was a long day, so I'm just playing some games and relaxing on YouTube, sharing it with you guys. And if you're leaving the like, then I appreciate that. You're liking what I'm putting out. Oh, okay. Don't believe 600. If it was later on in the week, it'd probably be somewhere around 3,000 or something like that. But 3.2 seconds off the fastest time. That's not too bad. Let's see what we can find. No, that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. Okay, a little bit more than just drop it into third. Do need to dab the brakes a little bit for that first right-hander. That wasn't great. Alright, first lap. No, apparently not. Really not. Oh no, 42.5. My mistake. Oh, just dipped a tyre off the track. Is it limits? It was very messy through there, and I know exactly why. We got on the gas a little bit earlier, so I think we need to start our turn a little later on that last part of that last turn. 141.8, bit better. Found more time in that first chicane though. Not much, but more. Wanted to see what short shifting to fourth would do for that corner there. Little bit later on the throttle than him, but still found 3/10 in that last triple header. I knew I lost a lot of time through there. So 141.4, managed to shave off about a second, no, just under a second from our best time, about 6/10. Not too bad, not too bad. Pretty happy with that. I wonder where that's going to put us in the race, given that that's put us 600th in the world at the moment. These are only freshly refreshed though, so oh yeah, pretty up there. What's that? 6? Yeah. Sounds about right. Very familiar names in this race. Leon, Smitty, EWR Teru Teru, Steve 44. Seen all these people before. All pretty quick. And consistently fast as well. So we got 5 laps of this track. Yeah, 5 laps. And it's on the hard tyre. So there could be, there's definitely going to be a lot of fighting. It's a very tight track, especially through these S's. There's not much space in terms of available grip off the driving line. But it's still gonna, there's still a lot of straight lines. So if you get a better exit off a corner, you can make a lot of positions. So we're just gonna have to see how we go. 2 tenths off of 5th as well. 5th and 4th actually fit inside a 10th of each other. And then 3rd place from 1st place fits within 1.1 seconds. So 1st and 2nd we can expect to see them drive away quite quickly early on. 3rd might be in his own race for most of it, and then 4th and 5th are within our reach. So we'll see if we can put together a podium. But either way, I'm going to turn off my mic and record this race. Okay, that all in all, that was a good race. We started in 5th, had some pretty consistent lap times, got better and better with each lap. Actually went purple through the first sector twice, I think. Um, and then came across a line in 3rd place with a 147 across the line, I think I saw as well. So, yeah, actually went really well. That's a good race. I like that race. Not a lot of action, depending on how dispersed the skill field is in the grid. But at the same time, there's some really good racing in there. I love that. I love that quad apex as well. That offers some really good racing. But either way, we're going to save that replay. Yep, and I'm going to stop recording. Nice. Okay, and let's see if we can get into that Laguna Seca race, because I want to give that one a go tonight as well, before it gets too late. But no, that was actually pretty good. Definitely some fast racing in that. Okay, so we're not going to get the next one until 10:30, so I think I will muck around in another one then, because I don't really want to do Tokyo Expressway. It's a bit of a short race for me. I like my racing with a little bit of action, you know. Even though there wasn't really in that last one, still managed. There were a couple of mistakes from the people in front, which gave us our positions. But at the same time, we capitalised on them and actually gained a lot of time on some of our opponents through that first chicane and the last S's I noticed. So some pretty good driving there from ourselves. But we're just going to go into another one. I don't think I'm going to do qualifying, because I want to try and work for my position, you know. I do need to get some Nations Cup practice this week as well. It's Group 3 around the Nürburgring GP, so fast circuit. It's not as exciting as Circuit Gilles Villeneuve or Spa-Francorchamps in F1 cars and the Red Bull competition car or whatever it's called, but it's still an interesting race. I'm guessing it's going to be fuel rate and tyre wear is what I'm guessing it's going to be, because it's Group 3 cars, which are fast cars. But since it's not a super duper fast car on a difficult track anymore, I reckon there's going to be a little bit more actual strategy involved in the next race. What Group 3 am I using for the Next Nations? I'm not too sure. I haven't decided yet. I've been thinking about it. I'm thinking maybe a BMW or a Supra. I don't know. I don't actually know which car. Oh, I know the Mercedes is pretty good around there. I might do that, because that's a car that I drove in one of my manufacturer's cup as well, so I'm a little bit familiar with that car. Not that track, but I can fix that. Now, if I don't get the Laguna Seca race tonight, I do apologise, but I have a bit of a big day at work tomorrow by the look of it, so I want to not stay up too late. It is 10 o'clock at the moment, so I'll stay up for a little while and stream a couple of these races. I want to get a good couple in, just because they actually look like some pretty good combos. I'm waiting for the day that we see another 20 lap race that isn't in the Nations Cup in daily races. But chances of that happening with this game, not exactly the highest. Oh yes, that's right. There's only 4 to choose from. It's the I'm gonna go with the Porsche. That's right. It was the The Ferrari 296, the Huracan, the McLaren 650S, and the was the last one? I literally just said it. The new Porsche that Gran Turismo put in the game. I'm gonna go with the Porsche. It's top in the tables as well, but that could also be because it's the new car and everyone's hyping it up, which is which is actually a good thing, to be honest. I do like the car. I rate it. I raced it in a race in Interlagos a couple of weeks ago, and that race was actually pretty good. I got the control of the car not too quickly, but I like how it kind of slides the rear into the corner on the brakes. Like, if you get on the brakes a little bit too hard, depending on the corner, you can actually turn into the corner like it's an actual go-kart and just swing the rear around, point yourself in one direction and go, which is not good for the tyres, but in a 5-lap race with no tyre wear, it's excellent. It's a really fun car. I like how it dances around the corners. It gives you that kind of like Need for Speed vibe, to be honest. Like, you're going around the corners and you just turn and it goes. And it just kind of breaks traction in the rear, but in a way where it's controlled and smooth without having to worry about the car biting you. It's like gently pushing you through the corner, kind of. I like it. I like the Porsche. It drives well. The Ferrari, I gave that a couple of laps on Yas Marina when that came out as well. Not a big fan. It does kind of try to do that rear push you round the corner thing, kind of like a go-kart. Just the only difference is, rather than it being something gentle and loving, carefully carrying you around the corner, it's more like two people holding the back of the car on the spoon, and they're in a three-legged race. And they don't have any stability because they're doing it in a potato sack race as well around the car. So you don't know if it's going to step out or not. It feels like it might. And you get ready to catch it and it never actually steps out. And then you go down the straight and you've lost a whole bunch of speed because you were too busy trying to keep control of the car. It drives like a modern F40 in my opinion. Yeah. I don't know, that's a bit of an opinion, but I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the 296. And the Huracan, I don't have much track time in that car, so I don't really have an opinion on it, nor do I have an opinion for the 650S. I gave it a couple of laps a couple of years ago on Dragon Trail Seaside, and ran a custom build, but that one didn't really excite me. That one's a little happy in the rear as well, but you can feel the engine being right in the middle of the car. Like, it is a rear engined car, but it's a mid-engined rear engine car, so it's kind of a little closer to the middle than most, I guess you could say. With the way that they balance the car anyway, you can feel that the center of gravity is right behind your head, but you can also feel that the rear goes, yeah, I know it's behind my head, so let's just turn it into a spinning table that you find in a playground. And it tries to do that, but not really, because that center of gravity, again, kind of pulls you straight the way you'd put, the weight at the front of a trailer. If that makes sense. Hello? I think I just heard someone knock on my door, but I'm not sure if it's the wind. It's storming outside. It's a pretty decent storm, actually. It's made the North Island flood, so I don't need to worry about flooding down here. I live in a 2-story house. I'm on the 2nd floor in my bedroom, and we qualified. Oh no, we did qualify 4th. Okay, put us in 8th for a second. I was like, what's happening here? Okay, so we've got the same people as last race. We got a 141.4 across the line. Oh yeah, that's right, we did break 141s in our qualifying, didn't we? Okay. I feel like there's still time to find in that qualifying lap, so I think we'll find it in this race. The fast lap for second place is 140.4, and first place has a 139.8, so that's quite a bit faster than us. But if we just stay consistently fast, we should be alright, because this track can catch anyone off. Who knows, it could even be us that gets caught off and gets spun out into the wall. Without it being a rear engine car. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's not the car build. I'm just not very good with mid-engine. Actually, no, I am. The Porsche's mid-engine, isn't it? Oh no, rear engine difference, kind of. Anyway, we're going into the race, so I am going to turn off my mic. Thank you for listening to me blabbering about cars and how they playground equipment and. All right. Anyway, I'm going to mute and start recording. Enjoy. That was energetic. you know, not bad. Started 4th, finished 2nd, another 2 positions gained. That Ferrari gave us a bump right on turn 1, or not turn 1, through the first chicane on lap 1. I didn't mean to hit him coming out of the S's on that last maneuver where he tried to get us, but Bumpin's racing and he was hitting us, so I mean, justified, I guess. But that was a pretty good race. Yeah, safety rating did go down. I was kind of all over the place. I do know that. I was criticizing myself right the way through, to be honest. But at the same time, that was a good finish. We got better driver rating points, so hey, a podium's a podium. What's the... our driver rating's gone up quite a bit from those as well. That's actually pretty good. Alright, so Laguna Seca is in 8 minutes. Well, the entry deadline, okay, yep, it is already open. So we're going to change to... I don't want to... Yeah, I was thinking about the Porsche. Here we go. Or we could choose the original Porsche. Nah. I want something mid-engine for this anyway. I'll show you this Porsche. I'll show you what it can do. Put it into action with the Hubba Bubba livery as well. What an iconic paint job. I don't believe we're going to make it to the end of the race with these tyres though. Still looking, mate. GG's. Cheers, man. All good. You have a good night. I'm just gonna quickly fix my seat. Give me a sec. That's a bit better. Let's see what we can do. Nope, that's not the break point. Oh, maybe it is. Be careful of that on the inside. Corkscrew. Okay, for what that wasn't a bad first lap and a half. We did dip a couple of wheels on the first lap, and this lap here we almost lost, no, not almost lost it, found a weird braking line into turn 1. That one we just didn't brake at all. Let's try it again, see what we can do. We've got one lap to put it together now. Yeah, that was pretty good too. Once we regained, we managed to properly hold on to the track. That purple lap we just did, that had a lot more time in it. I kept making mistakes. Yep, as we can see right there, right at the back of the grid. And people were normally battling like... Actually, no, this is pretty normal for the people we're battling normally in these lobbies. W. Peters is normally around where we are. So we're about a second off our pace, which makes sense for the amount of mistakes I've made. Wow, okay. 26-4, 25-4. Nah, it looks like all the times are actually quite close together. So it could be a fairly balanced race. Nah, they're a bit spread out. However, these guys are fast. So we're starting in 11th. It's going to be a little bit of a redemption race. We're going to have to keep our hats on though, because we got 6 times tyre wear, 3 times fuel rate. I'm not too sure if it's a fuel race. I think that might be with 14 laps. Could be close. It will be a question. A pit stop is needed. It is a mandatory stop. Who knows? 126.4, so we're still quite far behind to everyone else as well. Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Alright. And with that good luck in the chat, I am going to turn off my mic and start recording. Let's see how we do with this. Medium tyres, 14 laps, 6 times tyre wear, 3 times fuel rate, and Group 3 cars around Laguna Seca. Let's get it. I blipped the throttle while my tires were still on the dirt. I've just realised I've been talking this whole time with my mic off. Oh no. I was talking about how it was a good race and I was complaining about disconnecting from the race. This is so light, I can't feel anything through the steering. There's pretty much nothing going on. I don't oh, Smitty. Hey, Smitty! How you doing, bro? Haven't done a full practice lap in this, but don't really need to. It's a very chill, tame car. But by the time we finish this, we should be there should be an entry for the Laguna Seca race. I do want to do one of those races tonight. That track is very fun. I enjoy Laguna Seca. The corkscrew caught people off exactly as I thought they would. Same with a lot of the other corners. They pretty much almost every single corner will kill you of death. They will bring you the end of your life or the end of your race, because you just catch a little bit of dirt and you get sent off into the wall, or you hit one of those curbs and you bounce your spine out, or you turn a little bit too much on the corkscrew and you spin out down the hill and get collected by 6 other cars coming back down because they haven't seen you. But there were some pretty good overtakes in there, actually. Mainly when the cars were all bunched up and they were... you heard a crash while lurking. Yeah, nah, I blipped the throttle while I was still on the dirt on Laguna Seca, and I think my internet is doing something funny because I disconnected from the last race and I'm still preparing for this track. Am I coming through my live? I am. Okay. It's taking a long time to load. Like I said, it is storming outside, so it could be that. Which would be very sad, because that would mean no Gran Turismo tonight. We managed to get a couple of races in at least, with 2 podium finishes, 1 third place, 1 second place. I don't think we're loading into this race. It's taking a while. It's taking a very long time. Hey, cheers, Izars. I appreciate it. As always. This isn't loading. It's still going. I'm pretty sure the race has started by now. It's 10:43. And the warm-up only really lasts a couple of minutes. Not even. A couple of seconds. And then you got the race. I'm getting nothing. Yes, it is taking a while to loading. I don't think we're joining this race. Like I said before, it is storming outside, so I think there might be something going on with the power and Wi-Fi. Which is a little sad, but yeah, if that's the case, I think I might end the stream there. Like I said, I got work tomorrow anyway, so we'll get some Nations Cup practice in tomorrow night. Because it is Group 3 around Nürburgring GP track. I'm going to be rocking the Mercedes AMG. I'm going to be practicing in that one. Might try out a couple of different cars, I don't know, see what I make my mind up on. Oh no, not the Mercedes, the Porsche, sorry, the new Porsche. You can't put in a custom Group 3 car. It's got to be a regulation spec one. But yeah, either way, Nations Cup practice tomorrow, and might do that Laguna Seca race again. I do want to do that race. I love that track so much. That was one of my first tracks that I grew up playing with when I first started playing Gran Turismo, so I definitely want to get some time on there. And a couple of the moves there, we saw that there is a little bit of an experience factor there, but also very, very rusty. I haven't touched that track since I did a competition in Auckland to set a lap time in Sky City and earn a little bit of cash, and I just missed out on the table. So, you know, I'm definitely alright at this track, so I want to give it a go. But either way, we're not joining this race tonight. We are still loading while I've said all that, so I'm going to leave it here, and thank you all so much for watching, I guess. If you want to do what Izars and Aussie Pug have done, go ahead and leave a like, hit the subscribe button as well, as they are both subscribed, and they are 2 of the most loyal subscribers I've ever had. But either way, I appreciate you all very much for watching. If you did leave a like, thank you very much. If you did subscribe, welcome to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, Grease Monkeys.